Olakoya brand is founded upon the life and the way of life in this part of the world. We want to create fragrances that reflect our lifestyle here and reflect who we are as people. It's important that the environment, the fragrances, the natural waxes and everything play together to create this one beautiful thing.
Ultramox, the multi-worming solution for horses from Bayer.
Ultramox is the only triple active wormer that contains moxidectin. Ultramox is effective against internal parasites of horses, but the addition of moxidectin means that it's also active against encysted cyathostomes. Ultramox was developed in New Zealand and is manufactured in New Zealand for New Zealand horses. Available from your local vet, equine specialty or farm supply store.
Bayer, science for a better life.
From making a start. Big welcome to you all here Friday, Land Rover Horse of the Year 2020. I'll pass you up to our class commentators for the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year, Mr. Tim Dreverman from Australia and our wonderful Fiona Hammond. has gone for the first combination in the Foresight 5-year-old. A time allowed of 95 seconds. Lucas Bremner from Whangarei, 14-year-old from the Northland is Lucas. And he rides WRS Triple Star Class Act by the stallion Oakley, out of the mare Laurie, and owned by Sue Burton. So Lucas and WRS Triple Star Class Act come to the last, the IRT. 8-2-1-1, and it is 2 rails down for 8 faults. Foresight 5-year-old for Lucas Bremner. Land Rover Horse of the Year for 2020. 32 combinations to compete this Verna Dig designed course. We welcome Alex Lozelle. Sits in 35th place in the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series, and he rides Halpuri Fresco. All of these horses are 5 years of age. And Halpuri Fresco for Alex Loisel is by the New Zealand Sport Horse Rubinia out of Rubik's NZPH. Owned by Warwick Hansen and the team out at Halpuri Farm. Well, the Ultramox vertical there, causing a couple of issues for our first 2 combinations. So first time for a lot of these horses to come into Land Rover Premier Arena. A lot of these horses won't have seen marquees and the fanfare around the sides of the arena throughout the year. And all of these horses only 5 years of age. 86.23 is his time, and 2 rails. And she's 8 faults for Halpuri Fresco and Alex Lozelle. So Dairy Farmer from Hāroa is our next rider, Kirk Myers. And he rides Blue Ray. Blue Ray by Zorocco Blue VDL out of Kirk and Ali's mare Midnight Shadow, owned by Jackie Rover and Kirk Myers. Sirocco Blue VDL. So Kirk comes now to the Ultra Mox vertical. Caused a couple of issues on these first two riders. Gives it a rub, but jumps it clean, does Kirk. And Blue Ray. Just has one down there at 7A. Taking the back rail of the Oxa. He shortens up and comes down to this last line. He's well inside the time. The time allowed fairly generous for these young 5-year-old horses. And the Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. It's just a 4-fault round for Kirk. It's the one rail for Blue Ray and Kirk Myers. So at this stage, they'll go to the top of the leaderboard. Should we have an equality of faults at the completion of this round, then we will go to a jump-off to determine who will take home the 5-year-old of the year title. Logan Massey, a farmer in Dannevirke, featured on New Zealand's country calendar a couple of months ago. Very, very busy young man is Logan, 23 years of age. Manages a couple of sheep and beef farms out of Dannevirke and also operates Massey Stables with his partner. Logan rides Casio Extreme by Cassiano out of Cordet Extreme, owned and bred by Extreme Sport Horses and Charlene Workman. And Charlene will be hiding in the background, being as nervous as she gets when her horses go. Logan doing a wonderful job with a lot of the Extreme Sport Horses for Charlene and the team. Having a great ride so far is Logan. Comes to this last line now. Oh, he gives it a rub, but stays in the cups. Comes to the last. Logan Massey, Casio Extreme. And he jumps it all clear. Great ride, Logan. And Casio Extreme. Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. Land Rover horse of the year for 2020. First class of the day. The Foresight 5-year-old. We will then be having the 4-star eventing, show jumping. And that's set to get underway at about 10:15. So Laura McGregor is on course. She rides Pure Cadence. Grey Mare by Cassini 2 out of Namatia Treasure. Bred by Gabby McFarlane and owned by Andrew McGregor. Laura, a full-time rider at Pure Equestrian in Auckland. Well, it's a great ride, Laura and Pure Cadence. There you go, all clear. And we are guaranteed a jump off. Logan Massey and Laura McGregor. Those two combinations have gone clear. We will be having a jump off in the Foresight 5-year-old of the year. We go now to a dairy farmer from Taupo, based just out of Taupo in Tirahonga, is Geordie Bull. Won the Pro-Am in 2014, did Geordie. And he rides the Dark Bay gelding Marius out of Joe Bell's former mare Bridget Bardot by the stallion Sangster. "27 combinations left to go in the Foresight 5-year-old. Coming to the last on the clear is Geordie. Great ride, Geordie Bull and Marius. He is all clear inside the time allowed of 95 seconds. So 3 clears in a row here. Foresight 5-year-old. 3 clears, 1 on 4 and 1 on 8. Those are our 5 combinations that have been in the Foresight 5-year-old of the year. We now go to Caprioska and Lizzie Green, owned by Lizzie Green and Barb Ingram from GPI Racing. Lizzie, full-time equestrian rider in Hamilton. And Caprioska by Cassiano out of the mare Zara. A lovely ride from Lizzie. She comes to the last line aboard Caprioska. Great ride, Lizzie Green and Caprioska. They go all clear. Clear round number 4. 4 clears so far in the Foresight 5-year-old. 25 combinations are left to go. 7 have completed and we have 4 clears. Foresight 5-year-old. Sasha Rennie aboard Meersbrook Stolen Kiss is in the arena, coming to the first fence by the thoroughbred stallion Guillotine, bred by Kay Fawcett and E.S. Wright out of the mare Kiss and Tell. Sasha from Palmerston North, full-time rider, amateur jockey. No doubt she'll be heading to the Castle Point races tomorrow. Beach races at Castle Point tomorrow. If you can't be here at Land Rover Horse of the Year and you still want a little bit of a horse fix, head out to Castle Point Beach for the Castle Point races. Great day out there at Castle Point. Races set to get underway at around about 1 o'clock, tide dependent of course. Shoot on out to the Castle Point beach. And no doubt Sasha will be out there with the team of horses. Good preparation leading into the jumping season for our racehorses here in New Zealand. Sasha Rennie on Meersbrook Stolen Kiss. The Meersbrook stud is the family farm in Taihape at present. And just the one rail so far for Sasha. And it's a 4-fault round for Meersbrook Stolen Kiss and Sasha Rennie. 5-year-old thoroughbred by Guillotine. No bell goes for our next combination. Summer Denise and Ashley Downs Donabella. That's the combination coming to the first fence. Grey Mare by Donaland's Diesel out of Cobbigan Maya Bella. Bred by Joe Anderson. "16-year-old from Kerry Kerry is Summer. A little bit sticky is Ashley Downs Donabella. Gets going now. Comes to the Ultramox vertical. Saw a couple of issues with our first couple of combinations, but has jumped fairly well for the rest. Donaland's Diesel is the sire of Ashley Downs Donabella. Slight miscommunication down that line between Summer and Donabella. Comes down the last line, sitting on 4 faults. Comes to the IRT Oxa, last fence on the track. And has a rail there. Does Summer. So it's an 8-fault round for Summer and Ashley Downs Donabella. 83.15 is her time, so well inside the time allowed of 95 seconds. The Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year 2020 Land Rover Premier Arena. And Tamara Silcock rides Leisure Time Larry. From Nelson is Tamara. Very, very accomplished young rugby player is Tamara, 25 years old. From Nelson, she represented the Tasman Marcos in the female provincial championship. Was also a member of the Tasman Marcos women national sevens rugby team. She rides the Bay Gelding by Lord Lano out of the mare Bow, bred by Katie Drummond, owned by Tamara herself and ridden by Tamara here. Land Rover Horse of the Year for 2020. Comes to the last, does Tamara on Leisure Time Larry. And it's just a 4-fault round. You'll see there on your screen, it'll pop up with 4 faults in the blue and the time there in the white. And she'll slot into 7th place. At this stage, Tamara Silcock and Leisure Time Larry. Just the 4 clears. So far, Logan Massey, Lizzie Green, Geordie Bull and Laura McGregor. Those are our 4 clears so far here in Land Rover Premier Arena for 2020 at the Land Rover Horse of the Year. We welcome a gentleman from Kerikeri. Tim Featherston rides a Kiwi Astronaut. Self-Francais Holsteiner Cross is Kiwi Astronaut by Kiwi King out of the mare Kiwi Spring High. Bred just down the road at Fernhill Stud by Graham Hart and the team. Owned by Tim. A full-time equestrian rider out of Kerikeri is Tim, along with partner Kate Hewlett. Very busy throughout the year is Tim and Kate, coaching and training and riding and travelling all around the country. From Kerikeri, a good 12 to 13 hour drive home for them on Monday after Sunday's competition here at Land Rover Horse of the Year. They'll take their big yellow truck and trailer and head back up north up to Kerikeri. He sits on 4 faults at this stage, just there at fence 3 for Tim. So it's a 4-fault round for Tim and Kiwi Astronaut. Our next combination, Corralita, ECPH for Mackenzie Barclay, ECPH. Of course, those of you in New Zealand, East Coast Performance Horses, that is the abbreviation. And Corralita, ECPH, bred by Jenny Booth and the team at East Coast Performance Horses. 5-year-old bay mare by Corofino 2 out of the mare Don't Kick My Float. Broken in and schooled by Mackenzie is Corralita, 19-year-old veterinary technician from Taupo. Having a great ride so far is Mackenzie. Oh. And just a rail there. Just look to have got a little bit long down to the Liverpool. Fence number 9. Comes to the IRT Oxford. Last fence in the Foresight 5-year-old. And it's a 4-fault round for Mackenzie Barclay and Corralita, ECPH. 1 rail down. So still just the 4 clears. We had 4 in a row. Logan Massey, Laura McGregor, Geordie Bull and Lizzie Green. Looked there for a while. We were going to get quite a number of clears into the jump off, but after 13 combinations have gone, just the 4 clears. So 19 combinations left to go in the first round. We will have a jump off. We have guaranteed you of a jump off of at least 4 combinations so far. The Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year for 2020. We welcome Claire Wilson. And Claire Wilson rides Macmillan's Banter. Grey gelding by Claire's former Olympic Cup winning stallion Answer Back. Out of the mare, Sounds Stylish. Claire, a former member, Team New Zealand member, have ridden in New Zealand and Australia. Her profession, she claims, as a mother. She is much more than just a mother. Very active in New Zealand equestrian sport. She writes a great gossip column in the New Zealand Horse and Pony magazine, and no doubt she'll have plenty of stories to tell from Land Rover Horse of the Year 2020. And as we said, Macmillan's Banter by Claire's former Olympic Cup winning stallion Answer Back. Going great guns at the moment as she comes to the last line. Can she join our other 4 Claires and come back for the jump off in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year? She's got 1 left to go. Nice ride down to the last, and it's all clear for Claire Wilson. The time allowed is 95, so she's inside the time allowed with her time of 92.07. She adds her name to the list of growing Claires in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year for 2020. Bannockburn, ECPH, another one of these wonderful East Coast performance horses by the stallion Cassiano out of Nahiwi E Millionaire. Bred by Jenny and the team at East Coast Performance Horses, and Jeremy, a full-time rider out of Cambridge. They sit in 6th place at the moment on the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series. 5 clears so far. 14 combinations have gone, 18 combinations left to go in the first round of the Foresight 5-year-old. Well, great ride, Jeremy Whale, clear round number 6. Bannockburn, ECPH for Jeremy Whale. Great clear round for Jeremy. Michelle Wakeling from Welsford is the next combination. And Michelle rides BMW Braveheart. BMW, the abbreviation for Bruce and Michelle Wakeling Sport Horses. BMW Braveheart. Holsteiner Oldenburg Self-Francais by Bravado Ego Z. Bravado Ego Z, ridden by Jasmine Sketchley out of the mare Bellacam Acadia. Bred by Jasmine Sketchley is BMW Braveheart, ridden and owned by Michelle Wakeling. So Michelle Wakelin and BMW Braveheart gives us our 7th clear. They join Jeremy Whale, Claire Wilson, Lizzie Green, Geordie Bull, Laura McGregor and Logan Massey as the clears in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. Jessie Linton rides Kilturn William by Mustang's Bandit out of the mare Fergie, bred by Kim Best, ridden by Logan. Sorry, ridden by Jessie Linton. Jessie, full-time rider out of Hastings here. So 7 in the jump off so far for the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. It's going to be a cracking jump off with 16 combinations left to go. Great ride, Jessie and Kilturn William. They go all clear. 16 combinations have gone. 16 left to go. Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. Land Rover Horse of the Year for 2020 in the Land Rover Premier Arena. 8 clears so far. Next combination is Phoebe Howson. 5-year-old breeding series, sits in 35th place on the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeding series. She rides the 5-year-old Appaloosa Blanket Gelding by Belmont's Golden Boy out of the mare Royal Lace. Bred and owned by Rain Salas, ridden by Phoebe Hewson. Phoebe from Puketapu. So Phoebe and SF Royal Riley come to their last line on 4 faults. At the last, the IRT. Oxa, nicely done for Phoebe. And it's just the one rail for Phoebe Hewson and SF Royal Riley. The Foresight 5-year-old. We go now to John McLennan, and he rides Tolly. Westphalian by the stallion Eurosport Heartbreaker out of Mrs. Murphy, owned by John, and John from Waipakarau. They sit in 13th place in the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series. Can they join our ever-growing list of clears that sit at 8 clears at present? Those are Michelle Wakeling, Claire Wilson, Logan Massey, Jessie Linton, Jeremy Whale, Lizzie Green, Geordie Bull and Laura McGregor. Those are our 8 clears so far. And it's all clear for John and Tolly. Clear round number 9. So 18 combinations have completed. 9 of those combinations have gone clear. Logan Massey, Laura McGregor, Geordie Bull, Lizzie Green, Claire Wilson, Jeremy Whale, Michelle Wakeling, Jessie Linton, and we just saw John McLennan go clear on a Tolly. Fourth sight, 5-year-old of the year. We welcome now Rachel Nelson. From Plympton is Rachel. Sorry, this is Anna Trent on Jupiter. Anna lives in Plympton. Equestrian coach is Anna. Spent some time in Australia a few years ago. She won the Young Rider of the Year in 2004 aboard a mare called Miss Brunei. We'll see the Young Rider later on this afternoon. Set to get underway at around about 2 o'clock, the Bailey's Young Rider. And Anna is aboard Jupiter. Thoroughbred cross by Eurosport Centavos out of Just Jupe. So Anna Trent and Jupiter, they add their name to the list of clears. That is clear round number 10. Jupiter and Anna Trent. So Libby James from Cambridge, 19-year-old Libby rides at Conway Extreme by Cotafino 2 out of the mare Triumph. Formerly ridden by Bernard Denton to World Cup level was Triumph by Cotafino 2. Bred by Charlene Workman and the team at Extreme Sport Horses. We see Libby James and Conway Extreme. 2 rails down for Libby and Conway Extreme. Foresight 5-year-old Conway Extreme. It's an 8-fault round for Libby James. Samantha Carrington from Takapau here in the Hawke's Bay rides Double J Hurricane, owned and bred by Double J Stables. Samantha attends fielding high, enjoys hockey and any other outdoor sport she can play. Rides Double J Hurricane by Eurosport Heartbreaker out of Robin and Wendy Jacobs' lovely mare, Double J Breeze. Double J Hurricane and Samantha Carrington add their name as clear round number 11 for Samantha Carrington and Double J Hurricane. Clear round number 11. Great ride, Samantha and Double J Hurricane. So Land Rover Horse of the Year for 2020. First class here on the Friday of the competition. The Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. We welcome Julie Davey. And Julie is aboard LT Holst Frida. They sit in second place on the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old series. Bred by Ewan McIntosh is LT Holst Frida by the stallion Coleman out of the World Cup show jumping mare LT Holst Andrea. $11 clears so far. Michelle Wakeling, Claire Wilson, Logan Massey, Jessie Linton, Jeremy Whale, John McLennan, Lizzie Green, Samantha Carrington, Geordie Bull, Laura McGregor and Anna Trent. 10 combinations left to complete the first round in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. So we watch LT Holst Frida and Julie Davey by Coleman out of LT Holst Andrea, bred by Ewan McIntosh and the team at Lake Taupo Holsteiners. Comes to the last now, Julie Davey, LT Holst Frida. Beautiful round, clear round number 12. Briar Burnett Grant aboard Fibre Fresh Casella. By Canan out of the mare Fibre Fresh Casalita. Bred by Karen Burnett. Ridden by Briar Burnett Grant and owned by CBD Investments Limited. Briar, very, very accomplished young rider at the age of 20. She won the Olympic Cup in 2018. Was 7th in the Melbourne Royal FEI World Cup qualifier. On her other horse, Fibre Fresh Verona. She rides this 5-year-old Fibre Fresh Casala. Comes down the last fence now, sits on 8 faults. So 8-fault round for Briar. So 12 clears. It sits at the moment 12 clears after 23 combinations have gone. 8 combinations are left to jump the first round. We welcome Rachel Nelson. She is aboard Ocean Lady by Lordano out of My Ocean Wave. Bred and owned by Buddha and Alison Green. My Ocean Wave, former World Cup mount for Russell Green. 5-year-old bay mare by Lordano. Can Rachel add my Rachel jumps clear. She will go to our clear list at this stage. It sits at 12. Well, it's 2 rails down for Rachel and Ocean Lady. They'll finish on 8 faults. Rachel Nelson and Ocean Lady. Full sight 5-year-old horse of the year. Land Rover horse of the year 2020. We welcome back now Kirk Myers. Kirk is aboard Blueprint. Out of Kirk and Ali's mare Midnight Shadow by the stallion Zorocco Blue VDL. Blueprint for Kirk Myers. Dairy farmer from Taranaki is Kirk. And he rides his second mount Blueprint in the Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. Oh, clear so far is Kirk, and Blueprint comes to his last line in the Foresight 5-year-old. And he goes one better than he did aboard Blue Ray. He goes all clear aboard Blueprint. It's a clear round. Clear round number 13. 13th clear for Kirk and Blueprint. They will be back for the jump off in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. And Kirk and Blueprint leave the arena on a long rein. Great to see these 5-year-olds so relaxed here in this Land Rover Premier Arena. We welcome now Logan Massey back for his second ride. This time he rides Florence. Grey mare by Lord Lanio out of the mare Molly. Bred by Massey Agri Businesses. Owned by Brenda Massey and Logan of the Massey Stables team of horses here at Land Rover Horse of the Year. Sits in 6th place on the series leaderboard, the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series. Run from September till April, culminating in the series final. Now at the wonderful glistening waters in Masterton in April. Who will be crowned Horse of the Year 5-year-old title for 2020. Some of these wonderful 5-year-olds you'll see in the next 3 to 4 years coming out and jumping in these bigger classes. Jump in the 7-year-old in a couple of years. That'll be held here in Land Rover Premier Arena. But it's a great ride. It's all clear for Logan. He's 2 for 2. Logan Massey aboard Florence. Clear round number 14 for Logan and Florence. 5 combinations are left to go in the first round. 14 will be back for the jump off at this stage. Amelia Forsyth and LV Imprint. Amelia Forsyth rides LV Imprint by Kralberg Leonardo out of Magic Grey. Bred at Little Valley Farm in Ohalpo. Owned by Mitty Forsyth and Amelia. 20-year-old studying Waikato Uni is Amelia. To who will ride her other horse, Hinton Fabergé, in the Lady Rider of the Year yesterday afternoon. See Amelia back out this afternoon in the Cavallano Silver Fern Stakes. Set to get underway at around about 4:30 this afternoon as part of the Friday night extravaganza. Land Rover Horse of the Year 2020. Two rails down for Amelia, a total of 8 faults on LV Imprint. So, Jess Land from Rangiora, full-time horse rider, specialises in selling on behalf. She sits in 16th place. The East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series. And she rides Miss Valletta, 5-year-old bay mare by Orlando, out of Sirocco Storm. Miss Valletta not really liking the half moon shapes at fence 7A and B, but Jess is taking her time. Only 5-year-old is Miss Valletta. Plenty of attitude with Miss Valletta, not wanting to go anywhere near fence 7. Plenty of ability there for Miss Valletta. Comes to the last line on 8 at the moment. She will incur time faults. You'll see the clock ticking over there. For every 4 seconds, she'll get 1 penalty added. She'll end up with a 15 score. So Miss Valletta and Jess Land, they'll finish on 15. Time of 138.42. 11 time faults. 4 jump for Jess. We'll finish with a total of 15. So 3 combinations are left to go. Sophie Townsend, Todd Magna and Harvey Nelson. We'll come the first of those from Canterbury, Sophie Townsend. Sophie is aboard Wild Heart by the stallion Eurosport Heartbreaker out of the mare Melody. They sit in 16th equal place in the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series class. She was a member of the South Island team that won the junior riders class against Australia earlier in the year. She represented New Zealand for the first time in Mexico in the Child's FEI show jumping, where she placed 2nd and 5th. Was placed 6th overall in Children's FEI a couple of years ago for Sophie. She rides a Wild Heart in the Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. Gives the stirrups a vertical bit of a rub, but it stays up. Comes down to the last now. Sophie Townsend aboard Wild Heart. Clear round number 15. This one for Sophie Townsend aboard Wild Heart. Clear round number 15. So those clears so far at the stage. Sophie Townsend, Logan Massey, Kirk Myers, Julie Davey, Samantha Carrington, Anna Trent, John McLennan, Jessie Linton, Michelle Wakeling, Jeremy Whale, Claire Wilson, Lizzie Green, Geordie Bull, Laura McGregor and Logan on his second mount. So Awatuni, Moonlight Madam and Todd Magna in the ring. Todd from Lincoln in the South Island. He's a student at Lincoln University from Hokitika. Just finished his third year at Lincoln Uni. And he rides Awatuni, Moonlight Madam. 15 clears so far. 2 combinations left to go. Todd and Harvey Nelson will be the last combination out. And 15 at this stage will be back for the jump off in the Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. So it's 8 jump faults for Todd and Awatuni, Moonlight Madam. Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year, Land Rover Premier Arena for 2020. Our final combination to go in the first round. We have 15 combinations that will be back for the jump off. At this stage, we welcome now Harvey Nelson. Harvey is aboard Flash NZPH by the stallion Ideal Delalong out of the mare Truly Blue. Bred by New Zealand Performance Horses. Ridden by Harvey and owned by Rachel Nelson. Flash NZPH. Comes down the last line, does Flash NZPH and then Harvey. And he will incur 16 faults. Total of 16 faults for Harvey. And Flash NZPH. So we have the Foresight 5-year-old of the year. All finished for the first round. 15 combinations will be back for the jump off. See them there on your screen. 15 combinations will be back. Logan Massey has 2 rides. Laura McGregor, Geordie Bull, Lizzie Green, Claire Wilson, Jeremy Whale, Michelle Wakeling, Jessie Linton, John McLennan, Anna Trent, Samantha Carrington, Julie Davey, Kirk Myers. Logan will be out on his second ride. And last out will be Sophie Townsend aboard Wild Heart. So we'll have a reset of the course and 15 combinations will be back for the jump off in the Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. Land Rover Horse of the Year 2020 brought to you by Sky Sport. Next, We'll see you back here in a few minutes for the jump off of the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. So welcome back to the jump off in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. 15 combinations will be coming to go quick and go clear. So standard jump off rules apply. Have the least amount of faults. Should we have an equality of faults, the time in this round will be the determining factor. Logan Massey aboard Casio Extreme is our first combination. He's got 2 rides in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year, Casio Extreme, bred by Charlene Workman and the team at Extreme Sport Horses by the stallion Cassiano out of Cordet Extreme. 2 rides for Logan. He'll be first out and then 14th out. So 15 combinations to attack this Verna Degg designed course. Go clear, go fast, and you can potentially go home with the bragging rights for 5-year-old Horse of the Year. So Casio Extreme and Logan Massey comes to the last line, heads to the last. Does a lot of kicking. Oh, and he jumps clear. That's the most important part, 50.18. 50.18, great way to start the jump off. 15 combinations. He had to go quick and he had to go clear for the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. That is the new time to beat Logan Massey and Casio Extreme. 50.18 and clear. That's where they're going to have to go quicker. He was at about 28 seconds when he jumped fence 7. Go now to Laura McGregor aboard Pure Cadence by Cassiani 2 out of the mare Namatea Treasure. Comes down to the last, does Laura and Pure Cadence, but takes 1 rail at the last there, and her time of 60.59. So she's 10 seconds slower than Logan, but unfortunately 1 rail gives her 4 faults. So 13 combinations left to go. We welcome now Geordie Bull from Taupo. Geordie is aboard Marius by the stallion Sangster out of the mare Bridget Bardot. Formerly ridden by Geordie and his partner Joe Bell. And Bridget Bardot, the mare, was very, very quick against the jump off. And Geordie sure knows how to win a class. He won that Pro-Am back here in 2014 aboard his horse Forest Hill. He rides Marius by Sangster out of Bridget Bardot. The time to beat 50.18 at the moment. Slightly quicker than Logan at this present point in time. It's about a second behind Logan at the moment. Lost a bit of time coming into fence 7. Comes to the last 2. And he too has a rail. Does Logan, does Geordie 52.41, 52.41. And 4 faults for Geordie Bull and Marius. So still Logan Massey holds the lead. 50.18 is Logan's time. And Geordie Bull will slot into second place. 4 faults in his time of 52.41. Lizzie Green on course now. Rides Caprioska by Cassiano. Owned by Lizzie and Barb Ingram. Takes the inside route there for the IRT and double inside there to the Ultramox. Good ride, Lizzie. And she's just, and she drops a rail there at the double, so she won't go into the lead. She comes to the last now. Lizzie Green aboard Caprioska. Well, she slots into second. 51.54 is her time, but a rail down at fence 7A for Lizzie Green and Caprioska. They will go into second place. But there are still 11 combinations left to go. In the jump off, the Foresight 5-year-old horse of the year. Go now to Claire Wilson. And Claire is aboard Macmillan's Banter. By Claire's stallion Answer Back out of the mare Sounds Stylish. She's taken as many inside routes as she can take, but at this stage, by my reckoning, she's 2 seconds down on Logan's time. She's going to have to go clear if she wants to finish in these minor placings. Comes to the last, Claire Wilson on Macmillan's Banter. She's slower than Logan's time at the moment, but she just needs to go clear, and she has a rail too. 57.97. 57.97, and just one down at the last. And at this stage, she will slot into 4th place. Well, clear and
I'm pretty sure I noticed.
So a couple of technical difficulties there, and we're back running again for the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. Time to beat 50.18, set by Logan Massey and Casio Extreme. Jumped the cracking clear and a very quick time of 50.18. Jeremy Whale aboard Bannockburn ECPH for Jeremy Whale. That is a combination that is in the ring now. He needs to go quick. He needs to be at fence 7 in no less than 28 seconds to be anywhere near capable of catching Logan's time. He's fairly quick at the moment, is Jeremy. He's got to stay clear though. Comes to fence 7, he's clear. A and B, he's up on the time at the moment. Jeremy Whale, Bannockburn ECPH. Takes a rail at fence 9, so he won't be going to win the class. But he could still finish in the top end of the minor placings. Gallops to the last. 48.85 is the time though for Jeremy, so well inside and quicker than Logan's time. 48.85, but unfortunately a rail there at fence 9, and that will slot Jeremy and Bannockburn into second place. The quickest of our 4 folders and just the one clear. 9 combinations left to go in the jump off. We welcome Michelle Wakeling aboard BMW Braveheart. Time to beat clear and 50.18, set by Logan Massey out of the first out on Casio Extreme in the jump off. Oh, she's all clear is Michelle. So irrespective of her time, she slots into second, but Michelle's time of 56.46. 56.46 is her time, but she's clear, so she'll slot into second place. Only our second clear. We had 15 clears in the first round. We've only got 2 so far. Of the 7 in the jump off that have gone. We welcome now Jesse Linton, and he rides Kilturn William. Bred by Kim Best, by the stallion Mustangs Bandit out of Kim's mare Fergie. And Jesse will be out to try and better his good mate Logan's time of 50.18 and take him to the lead. slightly up on Logan's time at the moment. Pops up over that, goes to the last, pushes hard, does Jesse, and Kilturn William, he goes clear. (47.28), Logan Massey and Casio Extreme get taken off the top post. Goes to Jesse Linton and Kilturn William. Jesse and Kilturn William, 47.28. That is a new time to beat. 7 left to go now for the Foresight 5-year-old of the year. They're going to have to be pretty quick to beat Jesse's time aboard Kilturn William. John McLennan rides Tolly by Eurosport Heartbreaker out of the mare Miss Murphy. John's time is just comparative with Jesse's at the moment, but Jesse was very quick around these last 2 fences. Jesse's turn here was very tight. 47.28. I don't think John will get it, but he'll go close. 48.82, 48.82 for John. Moves into second, does John McLennan and Tolly. So salutes the judge, does Anna Trent aboard Jupiter by Eurosport Centavos out of the mare Just Dupe, bred by Sonia Mason. Ridden today by Anna Trent, Just Jupiter. And Anna Trent rides in the East Coast Performance Horses 5-year-old breeder series class. There's a rail there at the Bailey's Oxer. Turns up to the Ultramox vertical. As the sun starts to break through here at Land Rover Horse of the Year 2020. Time to beat 47.28, set by Jesse Linton and Kilturn William. As we watch Anna Trent, 2 from home. Wow, 45.63. The time is very quick. 45.63, and Anna Trent with Jupiter. They have 1 rail down at fence number 2, the Bailey's Oxer, but they will slot in to 5th place, being the fastest 4-faulter. So 4 double clears: Jesse Linton, John McLennan, Logan Massey and Michelle Wakeling. They are the top 4 at the moment. 5 combinations left to go. Double J Hurricane for Samantha Carrington is the first of those. 16-year-old Fielding High School student. Rides and helps out and produces horses at the Double J Sport Horse team, the Jacobs sisters out of Waipakarau. Double J Hurricane by Eurosport Heartbreaker out of the mare Double J Breeze. We know Jesse's time of 47.28 can be beaten. Anna Trent just took 2.5 seconds off that time, but they need to jump clear. Samantha Carrington on Double J Hurricane. Clear 7A and B. She's clear over fence 9. She turns back up to this last line, the Wade Equine vertical. She's clear over that. 47.28 is the time to beat. Needs to jump clear. Oh, she's just outside, 0.97 outside, 48.25. 48.25 for Samantha and Double J Hurricane. They slot into second place. 4 combinations are left to go in the jump off. The Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. We welcome Julie Davey. Julie is aboard LT Holst Frida. Out of the World Cup show jumping mare LT Holst Andrea. LT Holst Frida. And Julie Davey. Big leap over the News Talk ZB Oxer. By Coleman. They're in second place in the 5-year-old series so far this year. Oh, and a big miscommunication there in the double for LT Holst Frida and Julie Davey. They come down to the last line. 5 clears so far in the jump off. .55, 6.7. 55.67 is the time. But 1 rail down gives them 4 faults, and they will slot into 10th place. Julie Davey and LT Holst Frida. So he was lucky number 13th clear in the first round. Kirk Myers aboard Blueprint. What can he do in the jump off? We know Jesse's time of 47.28 can be beaten, but can it be beaten with a clear round? Blueprint and Kirk Myers have one down here at the Bailey's Oxer. Comes to the last, does Kirk Myers aboard Blueprint. They jump the last clear. It's a 4-fault round, 50.92. 50.92. 1 rail down at the Bailey's Oxer. It's 4 faults for Kirk Myers and Blueprint. 2 combinations left to go in the jump off. The Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year, 2020. Logan Massey aboard Florence. He set the top time for a little while to be held. He then got beaten by his good mate Jesse Linton. Can he wrestle this back? The time can be beaten, 47.28. It can be beaten, but he needs to jump clear. Rides Florence. He won't win the class with that rail. 5 clears in the jump off so far, so best he can do is 6th. At this stage on Florence, should he have no more rails. But his time will have to be lightning quick because Anna Trent holds 6th place with 4 faults in a very, very quick time. Logan comes down the last line aboard Florence. Comes forward and heads to the last. Up and over the Oxer, the IRT Oxer. He'll finish on 4 faults. He'll go into 8th place with a time of 46.69. .49.69 for Logan and Florence. So, final rider in the jump off is Wild Heart for Sophie Townsend. Final combination that can wrestle the win away from Jesse Linton and Kilturn William. They need to jump clear. And the time has to be quicker than 47.28. Sophie Townsend from Darfield in Canterbury. She rides Wild Heart by Eurosport Heartbreaker out of the Mere Melody. She jumps the IRT Oxa clear, does Sophie. She'll finish on 4 faults and a 62.88, 62.88 for Sophie and a Wild Heart. So that'll bring to completion Class 1 Land Rover Horse of the Year, Friday, March the 13th for 2020. Land Rover Horse of the Year. The Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year title class. What a great class. 30 combinations attacked the first course. 15 combinations came back for the jump off. We had our first out, Logan Massey and Casio Extreme jump a super clear round and set the time. And his good mate Jesse Linton came round and bettered that time and went in a time of 47.28. 47.28 takes the win for Jesse Linton aboard Kilturn William. They are the 5-year-old Horse of the Year for 2020. Second place will go to Samantha Carrington on Double J Hurricane, and Tolly for John McLennan will finish in third. Fourth place will go to Logan Massey aboard Casio Extreme. Fifth place will go to Braveheart, BMW Braveheart for Michelle Wakeling. And sixth place will go to Anna Trent, the fastest time of the day, but one rail down aboard Jupiter. They will finish in sixth place. So the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year brings to conclusion the first class in Day and Land Rover Horse of the Year 2020. We'll go down to Warwick Allen for presentations of the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year.
gentlemen, from our Jumping Premier Arena, it is presentation time. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome into our presentation our place getters in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. On hand to assist us with our presentation on behalf of Foresight, we welcome Nikki and Jenny Booth from East Coast Performance Horses, who are the great supporters of the 5-year-old series held throughout the show jumping season. We'll ask them now if they go forward to congratulate our winning horse and rider in the 2020 Eyesight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesse Linton riding Kilturn William. Horse owned by Kim Best. We'll see if he behaves. We'll hang on to him. Hey Jesse, nice ride there out there for you today. Always a challenge when you're in the young horses in a big arena, but how'd you find the course out there?
Yeah, the course was good. There was 14, I think, clears, so it was pretty tough. I knew I had to be pretty quick. Yeah, and I think the course kind of suited my horse because he's kind of little and fast. So, yeah, well done to everyone else, and thank you to the sponsors.
Well done, mate. Thank you very much for that. We won't hold you up too much. We don't want to let you fall onto the ground. Well, ladies and gentlemen, second place. Put your hands together for Samantha Carrington on the 5-year-old Double J Hurricane. In third place was John McLennan riding Tolly. In fourth place aboard the 5-year-old Casio Extreme, Logan Massey. In fifth place aboard BMW Braveheart, Michelle Wakeling. And in sixth place aboard Jupiter, Anna Trent. Take the opportunity to acknowledge Foresight 2, the Epitalis Fort Gel, is a premium daily horse feed additive and exclusive formulations containing natural ingredients to keep your equines happy and healthy for an active life. So if you're looking for that extra feed additive, make sure you consider Foresight. And they've been great sponsors here of the Horse of the Year show, and in particular this morning of our 5-year-old Horse of the Year class. All right, mate. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's the time we always enjoy now, a chance to celebrate all our winners and place getters in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year as they're led out by the 2020 champion. The 5-year-old champion is Kilturn William for Jesse Linton. Where you go, bro? Second place, Double J Hurricane. In third, Tolly. Fourth, Casio Extreme. Fifth place, BMW Braveheart. And sixth, Jupiter.
Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, oh I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions.
Well, great win there by Jesse Linton aboard Kilturn William in the Foresight 5-year-old Horse of the Year. Great jumping there. Started at 8 o'clock this morning and great jumping. 15 culminations came back for the jump off. and one by Jesse Linton aboard Kim Best's Kill Turn Linton. So at around about 20 past 10, we are looking to get underway with the Land Rover CCI 4-star show jumping. That will be our next class here in Land Rover Premier Arena. Brought to you on Sky Sport Next. And then at around about 12 o'clock, we'll be looking to get underway with the Hawke's Bay Contracting 7-year-old Horse of the Year. A lot of our up-and-coming superstars in the 7-year-old class. And then we have the second biggest class of the day. Set to get underway at 2 o'clock is the Bailey's Young Rider final. And then set to get underway at around about 4:30. The start of the Friday night extravaganza, and that is the Cavallino Silver Fern Stakes. So 4 more classes here to go in Land Rover Premier Arena. The first of those set to get underway at about 10:15 is the Land Rover CCI 4-star show jumping. Ready to see you back here at 10:15 on Sky Sport Next.
To pick myself back up, and when I fall down, I have to pick myself up. Stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Ultramox, the multi-worming solution for horses from Bayer.
Ultramox is the only triple active wormer that contains moxidectin. Ultramox is effective against internal parasites of horses, but the addition of moxidectin means that it's also active against encysted cyathostomes. Ultramox was developed in New Zealand and is manufactured in New Zealand for New Zealand horses. Available from your local vet, equine specialty or farm supply store.
Bayer, science for a better life.
Hastings is a warm and plentiful district, a place in the sun feeding the world with its abundant riches, glorious fresh fruit and produce, award-winning wines, swimming and biking, fantastic weather and fun in the sun. Hastings has an outstanding landscape, the triple peaks of Te Mata and the stunning Cape Kidnappers with its famous colony of gannets. Hastings is the heart for many of New Zealand's favourite sporting pursuits and attractions. The business and retail precinct is at the top of its game. At the helm, its innovative, hard-working community. A diverse global and Māori culture enrich our district. Our kete is now full to the brim. Come and bask in the bounty of the Hastings district, the heart of Hawke's Bay.
The whole Akoya brand is founded upon the life and the way of life in this part of the world. We want to create fragrances that reflect our lifestyle here and reflect who we are as people. It's important that the environment, the fragrances, the natural waxes and everything play together to create this one beautiful thing.